Today happened to be July 10th in Marsh Harbor, Abaco, Bahamas. But 90%, believe it or not, 90% of Abaconians haven't celebrated independence since Hurricane Dorian. We don't feel that we're a part of an independent Bahamas. We are being treated as if we're not even Bahamians. How could we celebrate independence when 2019 the government of the Bahamas was given enough monies by the membership of Baker's Bay to build 47 homes for people that have lost their homes and walk away with only their life. Fast track, July 10th, 2021. Although my member, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, has been bragging about starting the homes 2 weeks ago, there is nothing on the ground. The government of the Bahamas has been holding the people of Abaco hostage. But in Abaco is interesting because the people that weren't affected, like the people of Marsh Harbor, Murphytown, Dundas Town, Spring City, Green Turtle Key, Guana Key, Manawa Key, Hopetown, Great Siston, Leisurely, Treasure Key. All of us that was in the vacuum, the spin of a Category 5 hurricane. Other people outside that belt haven't felt what we feel and still feeling today. You imagine foreigners came to our rescue right away and give the money. Baker's Bay again, 2019, 2021, the government still got the money in their back pocket trying to campaign on our suffering, our long suffering. So I got in a big argument, but I don't want to talk about how Bishop Silbert Mills feels about me. I want to stay in my lane. I know he's a political bishop and he'll do anything for Darren Henfield and the FNM because of the monetary funds that he has collected from Samaritan Purse and the cleanup in Abaco. So it's all about the money for him. He don't give a hell about God nor man. That's a fact. But he said he's on the committee to pick the names of people that should be on the list of people that will get these houses. That means from 2019 to this month, on an Independent Day, they don't know who and what would happen with the people that are still, the government is holding monies to rebuild their lives. And the interesting part about it is that the government said these homes will be built in Central Pines, which is in the back of Dundas Town, my birthplace. So explain this to me, y'all smart FNM that robbing and stealing and full of corruption from the head to the toe. If they're a person in Green Turtle Key that lost their homes, should their names be on that list? If there is a person in Guana Key, should their name be on that list? Should the person from Guana Key uproot? Should the person from Green Turtle Key, if their name is on that list, should they uproot from Green Turtle Key and come and live in Central Pines? Manawa Key, if there's somebody on there from Manawa that lost their home and has no monies to rebuild, should they uproot from Manawa Key and live in Central Pines. Same thing applies for Hopetown. Should somebody from Hopetown come and live in Central Pines because the Prime Minister and Darren Henfield and Bishop Mills said this is where you shall be? You don't have any say in where your house, this is your house now. Bakers Bay members give the money to you for your house. Do you have a say where your house should be? Or should we be like a bunch of donkeys and uproot and come in Central Pines because the government said so? Annie Dell in Spring City, 85 years old, lost her home because of the video of Kai Mills. They just removed the debris off our land 2 years later. The lawyer turned contractor Heather Hunt forgot to remove the debris off Annie Dell house, but the government of the Bahamas is taking the door of Annie Dell's residence where she resides without a court order. So should Annie Dell from Spring City, with all those mango trees and all those trees that she planted for years in her backyard that she could sell to make some money, should she leave her property in Spring City and come on the Prime Minister's property? Would they allocate until Annie Dell forgot about where she had lived for over 60 years? Should Alice Molly, that's where the debate started in the church on Alice Molly. The bishop said he will make sure that Alice Molly get the first house in Central Pines. Should Alice Molly, a member of Friendship Tabernacle, should she leave the yard that she's raised all her kids in, being there over 60 years, where she have a son, Kenneth, my classmate, Garnet, a brother, Copeland Molly, a niece, Paulette Molly? Should she uproot from her yard where the yard is available with water and electricity that she could get right away? Should Alice Molly uproot and go and live in Central Pines because our Bishop Silbert Mills said this is where the F&M wants her to be? The question is, what happens if Alice Molly died or dying through this long process? Because it seems like they want them to die before they do something. 2 years later, she is still not in her home. So what happens if she dies? Does the home pass on to her kids? Mine, they said, it is her house. Why built it in Central Pines? See, we're not ignorant, stupid Abaconians. We're not politically minded Abaconians. We're sensible, rational thinking individuals. And we know right from wrong. We went through a storm, but the storm didn't take our senses away from us. We didn't all become political gooeys and looking for the F&Ms for the answers. All we want them to do is to give what was given to us by Bakers Bay members. How could you be independent and celebrate independence when this government has allowed you to suffer unnecessarily for over 2 years? Have the monies, haven't even started to get us back in some normalcy. How could we celebrate that? How could we celebrate when the debris has been cleaned in Green-Tilkey? Darren Henfield gave a member of Green-Tilkey the okay to go ahead and clean Green-Tilkey. Years later, he haven't received the monies. How could that be acceptable? How could you go back to these persons and ask them to return you to power as the Member of Parliament for North Abaco? That is unacceptable. Y'all go ahead, y'all F&M gooeys, go ahead and celebrate independence. But we, 90% of us that has been in the belt of the hurricane, doesn't feel so much independent. We don't feel that this FNM government considered us to be a part of the Bahamas, nor less to be Bahamians. Because if that was the case, we would have been treated with some type of humanitarian aid should have come to us immediately after hurricane. How could it be that foreign people has donated so much monies to help us, and the government is holding us hostage July 10th, 2021? Y'all go ahead and celebrate. We're not in no mood to celebrate. Only celebration we will have is when we get rid of the FNM and rid them out of power, and especially in North and South Abaco, when they are retiring and the ballot is counting and there's no FNM member parliament in North and South Abaco, then we will have something to celebrate. Until such time, y'all go and have your independence. Y'all be happy. We're not at all happy. We're sad. This is a sad day in the Bahamas that the government has forgotten the people. When the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas was down in the South, when they had this, in Dominica I think it was, he's crying like a little girl, snot coming out his nose for the people of Dominica, and he couldn't even bury our dead in 9 months. I could see him now and then and say, what's wrong with that Prime Minister? He gone crazy? He invited all them up here for free private school. The government of Bahamas would pay for it, would pay for transit. When after Hurricane Dorian, the Prime Minister, those was charging people to come on Bahamas there to evacuate, were being charged by this FNM government. I want Abaco to remember the misery, the unnecessary misery that this FNM government has put Abaco through, and continue to hold the people of Abaco hostage from some type of normalcy. It's one of these Kai Care video on y'all independence. Kai Cares. I'll take that off my calendar from 2019. Kai Cares, that's why he's here.